Welcome back, everybody. Well, whether you're dropping your kids off at college or they're just turning 18, there are a lot of legal matters to consider that you might not think about. So in today's Legally Speaking segment with the McLario firm, we've got a little quiz to test your knowledge as you prepare for this next stage of life. Attorneys Al Spiegel and Brooke Houston are here. They're armed with their paddles to do a little true-false with us today. It's great to see you guys. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
So this is a new stage of life, fairly new to us. And I'm wondering, I think you think about a lot of things that kids need and a lot of things going on, but not necessarily the legal issues involved.
Well, you don't think about the big legal change between a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old because they're still your kids and you know them well enough to know they don't often act like adults, but they are. So we have to figure out what that looks like.
I like that. I think this true false is going to bring home a lot of things for parents, things that maybe we haven't thought of that we need to be thinking about. So the thing that's really important, I think, is for parents to start early, even if your kid isn't 18 yet, it's good to think about. Okay, so true false, I'm going to go to you first, Al. It's a good idea to purchase real estate property for your child to live in.
It is not. Please don't do that. I haven't met your child, but I'm guessing they're probably not ready to own real estate, and there's a lot of, legal and financial things that might be in their future that are going to really complicate them owning real estate. If you're
a lot
to
of
buy
liability.
Oh yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You think about student loans, you think about bad credit card decisions people make, or addictions, or whatever else. It's much safer to keep it in your name and let them live there. Be their landlord if that's what you decide to do. There's all sorts of problems that could come up with that, but at least you own the asset.
Yes, I think that's fantastic. Okay, two, true or false? If your child is in need of emergency medical care, you can make health decisions for them. I assume that that's true.
You assume incorrectly.
False.
So once they're 18, they are their own legal entity, and the fact that you are their parent means absolutely nothing in the medical setting.
Really?
Yeah, if you show up at the hospital.
So even if it's an emergency and they're unconscious?
Right, that makes it even worse because they can't authorize you to come in anymore. So you need that healthcare power of attorney that gives you that permission.
With each child 18 and older. Okay,
Correct.
Wow. That's something I bet a lot of parents maybe have for themselves, but not for their child.
Right.
Okay, true or false? If your child is in an accident and unable to pay their bills themselves, parents can access their bank accounts to make payments on their behalf. False again.
You can't access, I don't know what child is going to have money to pay for these bills anyways,
Yeah.
but you can't get into their bank. It's kind of the same idea with the medical, where you need to have a financial power of attorney to authorize you to do that. Otherwise, not only you can't pay them, but you can't even know what they are or what needs to get signed or authorized.
So you need power of attorney, and you also need that permission to make medical decisions on their behalf. Okay, true or false, Al? Parents can request college transcripts from the college their child is attending.
Same issue.
What if they're paying for it?
If it doesn't matter, same with medical decision. A lot of parents, my child's on my medical insurance, so I should be able to know, and you don't. And the same thing applies with college transcripts. They're going to protect your child's privacy, which is a good thing in general.
Yeah.
But they're going to protect it from everyone who's not authorized under a power of attorney or an authorization.
Wow. Okay. Brooke, I'm going to go to you next for these next true or false. True or false? Adult children can be called to serve on jury duty.
True, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my son was. That's how I know. That's the only way I know. I wouldn't have thought about it. And he's away at college, so it does pose some challenges. But it is true, isn't it?
Yep, yeah. Once you're 18, you get put into that barrel of people who can be called for jury duty. Usually when you're away at school, you just call the court or send a letter, say, hey, they're not in this state, and gets waived, no problem.
But you need to probably not blow it off.
Yeah, you do need to respond.
Yeah, you need to respond. Okay, true or false, Brooke? Now that your child is 18, they can be tried as an adult and sentenced to adult prison?
Also true.
True.
And it actually, for a lot of things, will start at 17. So it's kind of a gray area depending on what happens, but definitely once they're 18, those adult consequences kick in.
I was going to say the legal consequences are pretty stiff then. Okay, true or false? What your child purchases no longer affects your credit score.
So I'm going to say true.
Okay,
if like your child is using a credit card that has your name on it, then that's still going to have an impact on your credit score. But if they have their own credit cards, then that's all up to them and how they decide to handle it.
The thing I think kids don't think about, would you agree that this is true, that kids, if they make bad credit card decisions, it can follow them for quite a while?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially starting at a young age. Just you want to make good choices financially and
yeah, because we want to think that kids should experience their own consequences. That's a really tough one on kids. So you got to be really making sure they understand the ramifications of it. Okay, last question, Brooke. If your adult child under 21 years of age consumes alcohol in your home, you can be held criminally liable.
So I'm going to say true again. You can have alcohol with your underage child if you're a parent or a guardian. That's legal, but you do have to, monitor how much they're having, and if anything happens because of their consumption of alcohol, then you could be held liable.
So you got to be really careful about that if they're under 21. It's probably safest to just decide you're not going to be having alcohol or serving people until they're of legal age. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think that would always be the safe bet.
Okay, we ran out of time, but really quickly, Al, there are a lot of things that you guys mentioned today, the power of attorney, the medical stuff. I'm embarrassed to say I don't have any of that for my kids. One who's over 21, but the two who are under 21, meet with you guys, talk about what I don't have, and you can help.
Right, and really for a younger person, we're not too worried about wills and trusts. It's just getting those powers of attorney in place so somebody can step in if you're out of the country or out of commission, incapacity wise.
So important, because my oldest daughter's out of the country right now. It's making me nervous.
There you go. Conviction.
See? I'm so glad that you're here. It's so important. Thank you both so much. Very eye-opening. Appreciate your time. So here's the deal, everybody. Make sure that you check out the McLario firm's YouTube channel series about legal tips for graduates. Look at you there, Al.
There I am.
We're going to provide a link on our website so you can check that out. So important. And then schedule your free estate planning consultation. It typically costs less than a few $100s. Also, if you have any legal questions for the McLario firm, you can go to tmj4.com/legally speaking. So you can get a free consultation to see exactly what you need. That's awesome.